Hello, everybody, and welcome to our latest installment of the Time Travel Baseball League. Big Polly coming to you, and today we have Game 7 between the Explorers and the Futurists. The winners get the wings. The Explorers are basically a 1960s team. The Futurists are basically the 21st century team. So we're going to get it on. Let's show you what happened in the first 6 games. If it comes up, there you go. In the first 2 games, the Futurists won at home. All games have been decided by the home team. The road team has not won a game. So the Futurists won 10-6, then 6-4 in the first 2 games. The Explorers then won games 3, 4, and 5. 5-3, 7-5, 4-3 in 10 innings. And the Futurists just came back and won Game 6 to set up the decider 4-1. So we will play this 7th game out for you. And then next week we will play the first 4 games of the championship series. I play as the Futurists, and it's going to be all hands on deck today in terms of pitching. So I'm going to look at the lineup they give me, which is pretty much been the same. We have Randy Johnson out there starting. We could go with Clayton Kershaw on 2 days rest, but we got Randy Johnson, but the problem with Randy Johnson is he is 5th on the list, and Verlander is almost 1/10 of a point better in width. So we're going to have Verlander start, but you might see Randy Johnson come in relief. And here is the lineup for the Explorers. They're going with their best pitcher, Bob Gibson, and why wouldn't you? And Manny Ramirez playing the DH role that he has been playing.
Pitching for Futurists, Justin Verlander.
So Verlander will start, but if he struggles early, we're going to give him a quick hook, because this is the 7th game of a series. Let's get the first at bat out of the way. Al Kaline leading off. And then we will show you the lineups. And Al Kaline, this is his first at bat in the series. And that's gone. Leadoff homer for Al Kaline to make it 1-0. So we've already had fireworks here in Game 7. So we're at Ken Boyer now, the 2-hitter. So it's Kaline, Boyer, Robinson, Mays, McCovey, Ramirez. We have travelers on these teams, players from any era that could play on these era-specific teams. And then Manny Machado, Elston Howard, Bill Mazeroski will bat 9th. Here's the defensive lineup for the Futurists. Verlander, the pitcher, Bonds, Edmonds, Betts, Maurer catching, and right, Rodriguez, Soriano, and Pujols will make up the infield. Let's show you what Verlander did in the regular season. Yes, I just turned my computer on. He did not pitch much. And once the computer draws up the game logs, he has not pitched since August 9th. So this might be a decision that dooms us. He pitched 5 innings against the Spitfires August 9th, a 6-4 win. This is a night game, 77 degrees, the clear skies, and the wind blowing right to left at 3. Ken Boyer, 4 for 14 in the playoffs, hit a .286. This is a grounder. Rodriguez had a little tough time playing it, but he threw over to Pujols to get the first out. Frank Robinson is 4 for 24. He has 1 homer and 3 RBI in this playoffs. And that goes to Betts, a base hit, and Robinson aboard. Willie Mays, 7 of 20, a homer, 5 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. And this is going to be a base hit that goes all the way to the wall. We'll watch Robinson. He will score, and Mays is at third with a triple, and the score 2-0. Bringing up Willie McCovey, and already I'm very close to pulling the hook on Verlander. McCovey is 3 for 24, a homer, and 2 RBIs. And that's a K, the first for Justin Verlander. Manny Ramirez is 6 for 20. No homers, 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit to plate Willie Mays, and that's going to be it for Verlander. And remember, this is an all-hands-on-deck situation, so Randy Johnson, if I can find him, he's not listed. We'll display starters. Is going to come in, and he can go 70 pitches. Verlander could go 120, but he won't get anywhere near that. So Randy Johnson comes in relief in the first inning, and he gets to look at Manny Machado, who so far this series is 5 out of 24. And the big unit. Ground ball to third over to Pujols to get the final out of the inning.
Explorers 3, Futurists coming to bat. Pitching for Explorers, Bob Gibson.
So Mookie Betts leading off. Let's show you the lineup for the Futurists in this seventh and deciding game. They have work to do now. Trailing 3-0. Betts right. Pujols, Bonds, Rodriguez, Edmonds, Mauer, Fielder, and Soriano. Let's show you the Explorer defensive alignment. It's going to be Gibson pitching, Howard catching, Robinson, Mays, Kaline. Your outfield and your infield, Boyer, Machado, Mazeroski, and McCovey. So Mookie Betts leading off. He is 8 for 27 in the playoffs, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. And he walks. A good start for the Futurists here. Getting that initial runner on. I'm sure you'll see the Futurists play the station down 3. David Wright has struggled, 2 for 15, 1 homer, 3 RBI. This is up the middle, a base hit, so now 2 runners on. Betts to second, Wright at first for Albert Pujols. Prince Albert, 5 for 23, no homers, 3 RBIs. He's hitting .217. And this is Boyer to McCovey. Why did I say McAvoy? McCovey for the first out. Betts moved to third. Wright moves to second. And here is Barry Bonds, who has struggled bigly. 1 for 20, 1 RBI. This is a ground ball to first. McCovey stepping on the first base bag. That allowed Betts to score. Betts to score from third allowed David Wright to move to third base. And we have a 3-1 game. So the Futurists get the one run back out of the 3. A-Rod is 7 for 25, a double, 2 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. He would love to get a hold of one here, I am sure. Boyer, McCovey, side retired.
1 hit, no errors. Explorers 3, Futurists 1.
We go to the second inning of Game 7 of this series. The winner, waiting in the wings, is the Wings, basically 1950s players. They beat the Stars, basically the 80s team, 4-0. So they had the benefit of getting some much-needed days off. Elston Howard, 3 of 19, had a homer in one of the first games the Explorers won, which was either Game 3 or Game 4. A homer, 2 RBIs. He's hitting .158. And Randy Johnson strikes him out. That's his first K. Bill Mazeroski is 9 for 26, 346, 1 homer, 3 RBIs, also tripled. That's a walk. So Mazeroski aboard. Go back to the top of the order. And Al Kaline, 1 at bat in this playoffs, and it was a home run and an RBI. So he led off the game with a homer. And he walks. So the big unit a little wild. As I just take a look at my OBS and make sure that it is working, which it is. Ken Boyer, 0 for 1. Rodriguez to Pujols to get an out. That's 2 outs. The other runners moved up a base, so Mazeroski is at third. Kaline at second for Frank Robinson, who is 1 for 1 today. He walks. So Randy Johnson having trouble with his control. He has given up 3 walks and 1 K, and you got Willie Mays up, who tripled earlier, and has an RBI. That's K, number 2 for Randy Johnson to get out of the inning.
Explorers 3, Futurists 1.
So Gibson has used up 20 pitches. I don't think we showed you his profile in the first inning, so let's get that out of the way. And he pitched in the 5-3 win over the Futurists, which I think was the third game. He won and struck out 13. You can go look up that game if you choose to. And Edmonds is stepping in, 6 of 19, 3 homers, 3 RBI. And that's K number 1 for Bob Gibson. Adding to his 13 in Game 3, he has 14 Ks. Joe Mauer is hitting 300, 6 for 20, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. And a foul tip, and the count goes 1-2. We use the one-pitch mode, and Gibson strikes him out, bringing up Prince Fielder. Fielder, 4 for 14. With a double, 286. And that's going to be a base hit to left. Fielder aboard for Alfonso Soriano. He homered in Game 6. He is 5 for 21, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Also has a double to his credit, hitting 238 and OBS at 733. This is skied to left. Robinson should snag that, and he does.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Explorers 3, Futurists 1.
So we're using 2025 Camden Yards, a hitter's park for the most part, although riders might struggle hitting for average, right-handed hitters. And Willie McCovey, 0 for 1 and a K so far. And that is strikeout number 3 for the big unit, bringing up Manny Ramirez, who had a hit that brought in an RBI in his first at-bat. This is going to be a base hit to left, fielded by Bonds. Manny Machado is 0 for 1 today. K number 4 for Randy Johnson, bringing up Elston Howard. 0 for 1 and a K. That is K number 5.
1 hit, no errors. Explorers 3, Futurists 1.
Bottom of the third, Game 7 of this series, with the series, of course, tied at 3 games each. Back to the top of the order, and Mookie Betts, who walked in the first inning. Right to Boyer, over to McCovey, first out. David Wright is 1 for 1 so far today. That's K number 3 for Bob Gibson. Of course, had that 1.12 ERA in 1968, the year of the pitcher. And Albert Pujols is 0 for 1. And this is a soft line drive to Bill Mazeroski.
Bottom of the third, Explorers 3, Futurists 1.
Speaking of Mazeroski, he leads off to start the 4th inning. He walked in the 2nd. That is K number 6 now for Randy Johnson. He's at 45 of his 70 pitches. Now K-line, 1 for 1, walked, homered. And a soft line drive to David Wright for out number 2, bringing up Ken Boyer, who is 0 for 2. And that's K number 7 for the big unit.
No hits, no errors. Explorers 3, Futurists 1.
Barry Bonds stepping in, 0 for 1 and an RBI today. That's K number 4 for Bob Gibson. A-Rod, 0 for 1. Oh, it hit him. A-Rod gives Bullet Bob a glare, and on his way to first base. And Gibson's looking at him. You thought I threw to hit you on purpose? Well, maybe. Jim Edmonds is 0 for 1 and a K. Oh, line drive right to Machado for the second out. And Joe Mauer, 0 for 1 and a strikeout. Rodriguez steals second. I did not call that play. Computer called it. Joe Mauer, 0 for 1 and a K with the count 0-1. That is K number 5 for Bob Gibson.
No errors. Explorers 3, Futurists 1.
We're going to bring in a new pitcher. We can't afford to have Johnson give us any trouble getting tired. So we are looking as to who we could bring in. And the answer is going to be Amos Russi, a 19th century player, one of the travelers on this Futurist side.
Pitching for Futurists, Amos Russi.
So Russi, 285, 1-1 so far in the playoffs. 10 innings pitched, 10.1. 11 hits, 4 homers. He pitched in that first game against the Explorers where he won, but he gave up a bunch of home runs. 5 walks and 5 Ks. Show you his game log. Should have showed you Randy Johnson's. This is going to be his 4th playoff appearance. As you see there, he won his first appearance, lost in his 3rd appearance, which was the 4-3 loss in Game 5. So Frank Robinson is 1 for 1 and a walk. Sky to the second baseman Soriano, who snags it. 1 gone. Willie Mays, 1 for 2, a triple and an RBI scored. He walks. Rusi can go 80 pitches. Willie McCovey, 0 for 2, 2 Ks. Mays in there with a stolen base. I'm sorry, folks. Trying to suppress a cough. So now I'll let it go. And that is stolen base number 1, at least today, for Willie Mays. McCovey is 0 for 2, has struck out twice, and they're going to give him the purpose pass. To bring up Manny Ramirez, who is 2 for 2 at an RBI. Interesting decision here. And that's a walk to load the bases with 1 out for Manny Machado, who is 0 for 2 and a K. And that's a walk. A run scores. 4-1. Bringing up Elston Howard, who is 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Pujols turns 2, a double play.
No hits, no errors. Explorers 4, Futurists 1.
So Rusi needed 30 pitches to get out of the 5th. And they score a run, the Explorers do, so it's 4-1, halfway home in Game 7. Prince Fielder is 1 for 1 today. Popped it up. Mazeroski's got it, 1 out. Alfonso Soriano, 0 for 1. Oh, it hit him. So Soriano aboard. Bringing up Mookie Betts, 0 for 1 and a walk. Grounder third, and an error by Kenny Boyer. Brings the tying run to the plate in David Wright, who is 1 for 2. This is going to be a base hit. Soriano holds at third base. Interesting base running decision there with the arm of Al Kaline at 8. Albert Pujols 0 for 2. Passed ball, which allowed Soriano to score. So it's now 4-2, and a base hit would give us a brand new game if it was hit well. Count 1-1 to Prince Albert. Up the middle, Mazeroski to McCovey, allowing another run to score. Betts, and it's 4-3. Barry Bonds 0 for 2. And that's a walk. So runners at the corners now. 2 outs for A-Rod, who's already hit 2 out in this series. 0 for 1, hit by a batter earlier. Boyer to McCovey, out.
Runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Explorers 4, Futurists 3.
We go to the 6th inning of Game 7. Remember, the home team has won all 6 games, but they trail right now, 4-3. Mazeroski, 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. Rodriguez to Pujols, first out. Back to the top of the order, and Al Kaline hitting for the 4th time, 1 for 2. This is hit well to right, but Betts gets it right up by the wall. Ken Boyer is 0 for 3. Grounder third, right to Pujols, side retired.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Explorers 4, Futurists 3.
A workmanlike inning for Amos Rusi. Only needed 5 pitches to get out of the 6th. Jim Edmonds is up. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Gibson at 78 pitches. And K number 6 for Gibby, bringing up Joe Mauer, who has struck out twice. This is going to be a base hit to right. Mays collecting it quickly, holding Mauer to a single. Winning run at the plate, or the go-ahead run at the plate, and Prince Fielder, who is 1 for 2. And this is a ground ball, McCovey.
No
Oh, they
hits.
got a double play.
No errors. Explorers 4. Futurists 3.
They got the 3-6 double play on that, so we go to the 7th. And Frank Robinson, who is 1 for 2 with a walk. R.A. Dickey will come in to pitch. That's a base hit all the way to the wall. Robinson with a double.
Now pitching for Futurists. R.A. Dickey.
So we'll show you the stats on Dickey, who could go 75 pitches. He last pitched in the 7-5 loss to the Explorers. He's pitched twice in the playoffs, got a save in Game 1, and then pitched 2 1/3 in the game where they lost 7-5, which would have been Game 4. Mays is 1 for 2, a walk, a triple, an RBI, and a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Hit well to center. Goodbye. Home run, Willie Mays and the Explorers crowd. The dugout is jubilant as they welcome home Willie Mays with a critical home run to make the score 6-3. And they're going to stick with Dickey and they're going to bring in Willie McCovey to hit, who is 0 for 2, a walk and 2 strikeouts. And an error puts McCovey aboard. That's error number 1 for the Futurists. The Explorers committed 1. This is shades of the last game of the regular season where the Explorers needed a win to advance to the playoffs against the Spirits, the 70 squad, and they got it. And here in Game 7, they need a win. They're getting a win so far. And Ramirez is 2 for 2, a walk and an RBI. A-Rod, Soriano, we get the force at second, putting Ramirez at first. For Manny Machado, 0 for 2, a walk, an RBI, and a strikeout. Hit well to center, but Edmonds gets to that for the second out. Elston Howard, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. A-Rod, Soriano for the force at second.
2 hits, 1 error. Explorers 6. Futurists 3.
And I thought we'd be hearing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but we are not. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, or it's root for the Futurists. If they don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Okay, sorry for my bad singing. 7th inning stretch. It's the Explorers 6, the Futurists 3. So it could be the Explorers and the Wings playing in the championship series. And the number 1 seed getting knocked out is a distinct possibility right now. But still they have 9 more outs to collect before that happens. And Alfonso Soriano is 0 for 1, was hit earlier. Grounder third, Boyer McCubby, 1 gone. Mookie Betts, 0 for 2, 4th time through the lineup for Bob Gibson. Mazeroski, McCovey, 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th. David Wright is 2 for 3 with a K. Boyer, McCovey, side retired.
Runs, no hits, no errors. Explorers 6. Futurists 3.
Bill Mazeroski, the number 9 hitter today, is 0 for 2, struck out and walked earlier. That is K number 1 for Dickey. Al Kaline, 1 for 3. He walked, homered, and has an RBI to his credit. Hit well to left, but that's foul. And the count 0-2 to Al Kaline, the Detroit Tiger. Popped up the first, Pujols gets it. Ken Boyer is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. He hits this to left, and that will go. Ken Boyer with a home run, and now the Explorer dugout really whooping it up. If the score is 7-3, that's going to be it for R.E. Dickey. With Robinson up, we will look and see who could come in. And we're going to use Clayton Kershaw on 2 days rest.
Pitching for Futurists. Clayton Kershaw.
So it's Kershaw and Frank Robinson. Base hit, right center. So Robinson aboard. Mays is 2 for 3. A-Rod Soriano for the force.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Explorers 7, Futurists 3.
So the fans of the 21st Century Futurists and here in Baltimore, hoping for a rally here. It's still a one-swing game with the score 7-3, but they have 6 outs left. And Pujols coming in 0 for 3 and an RBI. Hit sharply to Boyer over to McCovey to get the first out. Barry Bonds, who has struggled this series, they're going to stick with him. He is 0 for 2, a walk, an RBI, and a strikeout. Hit well to right. That's gone. So Barry Bonds finally breaking out of his slump, but it might be too little too late to make the score 7-4. A-Rod 0 for 2, a hit batter. Soft line drive to Boyer for the second out, and Jim Edmonds is the last chance for the Futurists here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's K number 7.
1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Explorers 7, Futurists 4.
What could be the final inning of game number 7 starts with Willie McCovey leading off. He is 0 for 3. The Explorers have stuck with Bob Gibson, who has thrown 107 pitches and has 7 strikeouts. Hit well to right, but should get to that, does, first out. Manny Ramirez is 2 for 3. Walked and got a ribby earlier. It's K number 1 for Kershaw. And Machado 0 for 3, a walk, a ribby, and a K. Hit well to left. But Bonds is going to get to that at the warning track.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Explorers 7, Futurists 4.
So the Explorers, all they have to do is collect 3 outs before 3 runs or more are scored. Mauer is 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Hit well to right, sinking, but Kaline got to it. 1 out. We're going to do a pinch hitter for Cecil Fielder, who hits righties .953, but we're going to bring in a lefty who can hit better in Mo Vaughn.
Pinch hitting for Futurists, Mo Vaughn.
Mo's first at bat of the playoffs. Grounder first, McCovey's got to that. Alfonso Soriano, the last chance for the Futurists to avoid elimination. 0 for 2, hit earlier. And it ends on a strikeout, and the Explorers are going to move on to the championship series with a 7-4 win in Game 7.
The final score from Camden Yards, Explorers 7, Futurists 4. Bob Gibson is the winner. Justin Verlander picks up the loss. Ken Boyer hit home run number 1 on the season. Willie Mays hit number 2. Al Collin hit number 1. Barry Bonds hit number 1. Time of the game, 2 hours, 42 minutes.
So it will be the Explorers who stunned the Futurists in the 7th game to win 4-3 against the Wings. So the best team with the best record got knocked out in the semifinal round of the playoffs. We will start our championship series with 4 games. Games 1 and 2 will be Friday, and then games 3 and 4 will be Saturday. Next week, we go back to the 1976 NC2A basketball tournament, and I discovered a rule that I was not enforcing during the season, and I will mention that when we get to our first game, Syracuse and Rutgers, tomorrow. This has been Big Paulie. Godspeed and God bless. We will do it all again tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye for now, everybody.